Hi y'all, welcome back to Regina's Crafting and More. I'm getting ready to test stitch a freestanding lace Christmas tree. Kind of different Christmas tree. Hang on and I'll be right back. As always, I have 2 layers of water-soluble stabilizer. The bottom one I've sewn together out of pieces, and the top one is a fresh piece. I have matching bobbin thread to my top thread, and color stop number 1 is going to stitch the loop. I was going to do it the same color as the star. Hang on. Alright, I've changed my color to silver because the star, I'm going to stitch the star in silver, so my loop is touching the star, therefore silver for the loop. Alright, so in this hoop, 4x4 hoop, I have a gift tag and the 2 earrings. The earrings are going to stitch on the sides here and here, and the gift tag's going to stitch in the middle. So when it jumps to stitch on the other side, you're going, whoa. Jump over here and do the other loop. I know it may be a little hard to see. Oh, you can see that all right. I'm just peeking around on the screen and you can see it just fine. Alright, so the star is the last thing that will stitch. So I'm going to have to change threads. I'll be right back. Alright, so we're just about finished with the Christmas trees. It's doing the satin stitching on the last tree for the earrings. And the next color is going to be for the stars, and so I'm going to put silver back in. But before we do that, we have to trim the tails. And I had to make a change on the sequence in which this stitched. So I have a few more tails than you will have because I didn't rearrange a part of my file. So you will have like two areas only to stitch and to trim tails on. And I did not trim the tails on these loops before I proceeded. So I'm lucky that I don't have anything impeding in the middle of those loops. You won't have all these tails on the back like I had. So we'll be watching that timing for you as we head into the rest of this week and going through next week. But it looks like by the time we get to Black Friday, those temperatures this is done in layers, and I forgot to move some things around so that wouldn't happen for you. Alright, that looks good. So now we're going to put in my silver to stitch the star. You can do it in gold if you want. You can do it in red or pink or green or purple or whatever color you want to do it in. All these are to your discretion. What you decide what color you want it to be. Alright, let me change threads. I'll be back. Alright, I'm ready to do the stars for the earrings. Awfully small star, and I'm not sure how this is going to do. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. So it's going over the satin stitching, some of it, because there's just no way around it. Well, that star turned out pretty darn good. Alright, so when this is done, it's going to go back to the loop for the gift tag, pendant, ornament, whatever you want to call it, or whatever you want to use it for. like I said, going over the satin stitching, what little bit there is on the loop and on the tree. There's not much sticking up there. Alright, so that turned out really well. Alright, so this next color stock is going to do the loop for the gift tag. And I'm just going to let it stitch. And then I'm going to put my green back in. Alright. So the loops are about 0.25 on the size on the earrings, and on the gift tag it's about 0.3435, somewhere in there. Alright, so let me change thread. Alright, those earrings look really good. Now we're going to start on the gift tag, and it's very simple design. You have 3 color changes, and I didn't trim the thread up there, but that should be alright. I did not trim the thread on my loop. Alright, so you can better see, is that proper English? No, you can see more clearly what, oh gosh, what how the tree is going to stitch. It's kind of hard to see on the earrings. So I'm not going to have you watch this stitch all over again, because we've pretty well stitched the trees with the earrings, but I will come back about midways. Alright, I'm about halfway done. I'm just going to go over and stitch this again. So if you've ever watched the freestanding lace stitch that I do, you'll see that you probably figured out there's like 3 layers. A very open layer, a little more closed, and then a little more closed. And that's what it's stitching right now. It's not as heavy as a fill stitch, a regular embroidery stitch. And it's not light and airy. So well, this one's going to be light and airy because there's holes in it, slits in the tree. But it's not like lace. It has to be a little more sturdy whenever you're talking about wearing earrings or having an ornament on a tree. You don't want something that's really super lacy to get caught up in the tree. Okay, so it's just about finished doing the inside of the tree, so to speak, and it'll go in and do a satin stitch on the outside, and I'll be back. Alright, so the tree for the gift tag has finished. Let me see if I can hold this up for you to see. Okay, I just have to do the star on it. We're going to turn it over and trim the thread tails. You should have many. Once again, I forgot to move things around, and until I'm finished, I usually go in and move things around when I'm finished, and I forgot to do that. So I'm going to put my silver back in for the star. Well, and then we'll be finished with that, and I'll have to rinse it out. And that's when you always keep your fingers crossed that everything is done right and it doesn't fall apart. Alright. Hang on a minute. Trying to get this done quickly. $20,000 cash was also stolen from Travis Kelsey's home. The back door was broken. So to do this set, it's 24 minutes to do this set, as far as my machine says. That's stitching time. That doesn't count your thread changes and trimming your tails, yada yada yada, taking a bathroom break. Alright, so this is a pretty long tail. I'm just going to hang on to it, get it started. and then trim that off. Okay, and once again it's going to go over just a little bit of the Christmas tree, so it will make a noise that, is like that, because it does have to be able to go over that and connect with it. And I've moved that around too. Oh dear. Let me, I've moved that. Boy, I didn't move anything. All right. So when I put this on the machine, I had not moved all this around, so it would not do all these trims. I've already gone in and made those changes in the design, so it should not do this for you. And it's getting ready to do the satin stitching around the star. It'll hook the star to the loop and hook the star to the tree. And it is done. I'm going to take it and wash it out, and I'll be back. All right, so here it is, all washed out. Oh, they look so good. They look great. They just got to dry. They just have to dry. And if you want to dry them quickly, you can take a dry iron and put it between a piece of muslin or something and press it. Okay, and keep pressing it, and it will make it dry quicker. I think that turned out really good. All right, these will be up on my Etsy shop shortly. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and share, and click the bell to be reminded when I put another video up, which usually means there's another design. Thank you. Enjoy.